What kind of challenges does Florida present special teams wise?
They're obviously a very athletic group. They have speed all over the field, whether you're talking about their cover units or their return game. So it's going to be a test for us. But, I think our guys have embraced those challenges the last couple of weeks. And, we'll prepare well this week. And I think they're going to be eager to play Friday night.
You knew going in how good Louisiana had been on special teams, especially on returns. How excited were you with how your team kind of responded to that challenge?
The last couple of weeks, just the way it's worked out, we've been going against some of the top-rated return units in the country, really. Miami, Syracuse were both top-rated in terms of kickoff return last week. ULL was top-rated in terms of punt return. And I think our guys embraced that challenge. I think they like the fact that, going into the game, there's a lot of talk about the other team and what they do well. And, from our standpoint, we have a lot of confidence in what we do from a coverage standpoint. And our guys were excited for the challenge, and they did a great job. I think we set the tone with, on that first kickoff return. Brendan Gant did a tremendous job, and the rest of the day it just kind of went away. I think they lost a little bit of their confidence after that.
This D-line group's faced a lot of scrimmage quarterbacks, and the DNs have too. What's different about Anthony compared to the other guys?
I think just the sheer nature of his size. I think that's a different thing. You got to be physical at the point of attack. He has the physicality to break tackles and the size to break tackles, and we need to bring it. We need to bring our pads like we were tackling a tailback or anybody else who's in a skill position that's a bigger player. And you see him make a lot of plays after contact, and we got to do a great job of not only not allowing the scramble to start, but then when we have opportunity to make a play on him, make the play.
You guys, it seems like you guys have gotten better at that as the year's gone on in terms of like finishing plays and things like that. Are you I guess pleased with how that's developed in terms of making the plays on the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I think as the year's gone on, experience obviously is valuable. One of the things that does become a little bit challenging when you go through fall camp is we don't finish on quarterbacks, and really the first time you do that is in game one, and when you have young guys that that don't have a lot of playing experience, there is still that, even though it seems so simple and it seems something that should be easy to just always have that finishing point. Actually finishing the play is critical, and then getting the experience of Pat Payton or I'm trying to think of some of the other young guys, Josh Farmer, that haven't had a ton of game experience that then go do that is critical.
Byron Turner was banged up last year and earlier this year, but he's gotten in, I think, 2 games in a row on defense. How important is that for him, and how excited are you about what you've seen and what he can become kind of if he's able to string together healthiness?
Yeah, I was really excited about Byron coming into the year. I thought he was going to be a guy that would help us defensively. Did a great job on kickoff coverage in those first couple games that he was in, and then unfortunately did have the injury that kind of set him back for I guess a little bit over a month. But now that he's back and he's starting to move around better, I think it was critical to get him some snaps in the last 2 games and get his confidence back and get him some development, because I feel like going forward he's going to be a critical piece for us in the future, and I want to get him as much experience as we can. So I'm glad that he's been able to get back and get some quality reps.
We've talked a lot about Brendan and how the way he's embraced special teams and his role on the defense changed. Sidney's another guy that seems like he's done that, right?
Yeah, Sidney's kind of in that exact same role where he starts on 3 units. You feel his impact when he's out there. He does a great job on our return units. He's on the front line of kickoff return. He's a big part of our punt return unit. And then last week it showed up obviously on kickoff coverage. Went down, made a play, forced the penalty. He's done a nice job, and those guys are so valuable because not everybody. There's only 11 starters on offense and defense, right? So you still need those guys that might not start or play a lot on the other side of the ball to embrace the role that they have and how they can help the team. And Sidney's done a great job on special teams.
Mike has done such a good job this year, but then Jamie steps in. It seemed like does he have that ability to?
Yeah, Jamie, the thing with Jamie is like he's obviously supremely confident as a player, and he hasn't had any game reps with us, and your stomach turns a little bit when you have to make a change there, because as good as Mike has been, but I just look down at Jamie and like he's got as much confidence and swagger about who he is and how he's going to do it. Like I really had no doubt he was going to go in there and do a nice job. But for him to hit the first one, like, you know, he kind of attacked the ball, caught it, and like I was like, okay, you know, he's ready to go. And I thought he was going to pop that one out, really, the first return he had. So he did a great job, and you know, it's good to have a couple guys back there that you're confident in.